41-32. Up to the booth, Joe and Troy. And fellas, what an entertaining football game this was. And we talked so much on Countdown, obviously, about Bo Nix, and then so much about this defense. They've been so good in terms of limiting both points and yards. They gave up a ton of yards, but in the end, I guess in a lot of ways, Joe, it's fitting that this defense helps put the clamps on another win as they move to 8-5.
Yeah, I mean, it was not pretty. This is not the way they've been winning this year. This is not the way this defense is played. You can start looking at the competition, the schedule, and this was a 3-win team coming in here, but it was a fun game. It was a blast to do. It was just back and forth, and they made plays when they had to. They ended up with 3 picks, 2 of them for touchdowns, and however you get the job done, if you get it done, you can go into your bye week like they will, happy at 8-5.
You guys had the great pictures on the sideline. This is a talented defense. Those guys are screaming at each other, man. Jameis had them scratching their heads, and I said at halftime, it's kind of the full Jameis experience, right? He throws for almost 500, Troy, but in the end, kind of can keep both teams in the game. What did you make of his performance, which in the end comes up obviously 9 points short?
Yeah, I pull for Jameis Winston. I think everyone does until he's playing against your team.
Right.
But, he comes out, he did so many good things, what Jerry Jeudy was able to do. And, for Jameis, as you said, I mean, it's an amusement park ride when you watch him play. And it's, he's gonna get the deep throws and make some big plays, and then he's going to rip your heart out. And we talked a little bit about it. They got the big play back in their offense when he took over at quarterback. But as we've seen throughout his career, he does tend to turn the ball over a little bit, and we witnessed that tonight. But couldn't be prouder of the way they came out and played, as Joe said, for a 3-win team, the job Kevin Stefanski did. But this is a huge win for the Denver Broncos and Sean Payton building something to get that bye and then go into the run at the end of this season for the playoff push.
I'm going to get to Denver. I have to ask one thing, Troy. When you played, would you say that speed was what you were known for necessarily? Not really, right?
I would say that, I know there's a joke in there somewhere, but I would say that early in my career, you forget I ran the wishbone at Oklahoma for Barry Switzer, so I could run.
Don't start pushing buttons.
I could run.
I don't forget. It's just
late in my career, not so much.
I thought I heard you say that you could outrun Jameis during the broadcast. I'm thinking, well, we could probably set that up somehow, right? I mean, you could beat him in a race.
You missed the part where I said that I pulled a hamstring a year ago, and it still hasn't recovered, which I don't expect that it will at my age.
Understood, right? It takes longer for things to heal. All right, let's get back to what matters a whole lot more. You just alluded to it. Denver goes into its bye. They're 8-5. I think we look in the deep end of the pool. Obviously, Kansas City, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and I think Baltimore's still certainly in there as well. The teams that you fear. This is a Denver team that if they make it, it would be a giant step forward. But given what they've got on both sides of the ball, you give them a puncher's chance if they were to get in there to make it a scary proposition to face them in the playoffs?
I do. I mean, I do because coming into the game, I absolutely did. Now, I did not expect this defensively, that performance from them. I think this defense is really good, and they've got a lot to clean up during this bye week. But if they can play the way they had up to this point, they'll be in every game. I don't want to gloss over the fact that this team's 8-5, and this team was not expected to do anything. I mean, you look at what they had going against them coming into the year. What Sean Payton has done is pretty remarkable.
All right, well, it's been an amazing run thus far. They go into their bye and try to get healthy. You get that hamstring right, all right, Troy?
I'm going to race you when it gets right.
I got a boot on. I fell off a scooter, man. I'm lucky I'm even here. I'm lucky I'm even here at all. What a fun game. Great to be with you guys. Look forward to seeing you next week in Dallas.
Thanks, Scott.
See you, Scott.